There's a rehydration limit in place for this Vasyl Lomachenko Guillermo Rigondeaux fight taking place on December 9th. Some people have asked me my opinion on whether or not I think this will have an impact and any kind of influence on the result of the fight. And the short answer is no. I'm actually surprised that Guillermo Rigondeaux even managed to get a rehydration limit, because he's conceded virtually everything in the negotiations for this fight. Vasyl Lomachenko is the house fighter. He is not exactly a cash cow, but compared to Rigondeaux, he's a cash cow. So he's got it all his own way. Rigondeaux's coming up 2 weight divisions to fight him. The only thing Rigondeaux apparently has, because for years Rigondeaux wanted this at a catch weight. Lomachenko kept moving up in weight to the point where I thought the fight wasn't even going to happen because it was so far apart in weight. Now it's happening. Rigondeaux's having to go up 2 weight divisions. No catch weight. He's going up to 130 pounds, which is super featherweight. Going up from super bantamweight. The only thing he's got is a rehydration limit in place. Now I'm going to quote Carl Moretti, who is a representative of Top Rank, because he has some absolute nonsense to say about this, as you would expect from promoters. Carl Moretti says, "It was one of the original negotiating points and we had no problem with it. I don't think there will be a big difference when they stand next to each other in the ring. There isn't a big physical size difference between them, and Lomachenko doesn't put on a lot of weight after the weigh-in anyway. Size is not what will determine the outcome of the fight." So those are the absurd comments from Carl Moretti. And I think he's basically trying to sell it to the fans that this fight is a 50-50. That's what he's trying to do, because in the article here, it talks about a lot of the fans being a bit indifferent about this fight because the size difference is so great. And there we have Carl Moretti saying, "Oh, no, the size difference is not even there. There's hardly any size difference." Give me a break. When's the last time you saw Guillermo Rigondeaux in the ring with someone who wasn't bigger than him? Rigondeaux is small even for his own weight division, super bantamweight. He's smaller than all the guys he fights at super bantamweight. And you're telling me he's going to jump up 2 weight divisions and what? Be the same size as Lomachenko, a guy who competed his entire amateur career, or the majority of his amateur career, at lightweight. And now here we are all these years later after he's turned pro. He's even bigger than he was in the amateurs now. Rigondeaux competed in the amateurs as a bantamweight. And I think maybe later on, was he even super bantam as an amateur? I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But certainly for the majority of his amateur career as an adult, he was a bantamweight. He's now in his late 30s, Guillermo Rigondeaux. So, yeah, there is a huge size difference. Will size be the only factor in this fight that determines the outcome? I don't think so. But it's like the old boxing adage goes, the good big un will always beat the good little un. And that basically means if you've got 2 guys with equal or similar skill level, the big guy will more often than not win, because the one thing that separates them is the size if they're of a similar skill level. In this case here, Rigondeaux and Lomachenko are of a similar skill level. In fact, a lot of people would say Lomachenko's actually the more skilled. What I would say is they're both very skilled, but their skills are a little different. Rigondeaux's more of a counter puncher and a defensive fighter, whereas Lomachenko is more of a lead puncher and an offensive fighter. So they're both very skilled at what they do, but they do slightly different things in the ring. Lomachenko, great footwork, hand speed, combination punching, moving off at angles, surprising you, overwhelming you. He can counterpunch too, on the front foot. He can fight on the back foot. But primarily, he likes to come forward, use great footwork, angles, volume punching, etc. and gets the job done that way. Guillermo Rigondeaux is more of a classic counterpuncher. He'll hold center ring and he'll wait and he'll wait until you throw something, then he's looking to strike with that left hand. And Rigondeaux can fight on the back foot too, but he prefers to hold center ring rather than just, you know, run around the ring. He prefers to hold center ring. He looks more comfortable when he's holding center ring than when he's actually forced to get on his bike and move around a lot. But still, yeah, they're both very skilled guys. They're just skilled in different ways. So I can't even say who's the most skilled. Some would say Lomachenko, you know, maybe, but it's close at the end of the day. So the size, in my view, will be not the only factor, obviously, but maybe the determining factor, because they're both already very skilled. So yeah, the rehydration limit, I don't think is going to make much difference. They're small guys anyway, despite the fact there's a big size difference between them. They're both little guys. You know, if you walk past Lomachenko in the street, he's not a big guy. 138 pounds is the rehydration limit. That's 8 pounds above the super featherweight limit. That's plenty for Lomachenko. I mean, he only moved up to super featherweight fairly recently, so 8 pounds above the super featherweight limit is fine for him. In fact, that rehydration limit is so low, so high, that there doesn't even need to be a rehydration limit. That's how high that rehydration limit is. At 8 pounds, might as well not have one. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to make any difference at all. Whoever wins this fight is going to win the fight. The rehydration limit is not going to make any difference. That's my view. Anyway, let me stop waffling here. Maybe you guys disagree. If you do, let me know in the comment section below exactly how you feel. All right? It's Hatman. I'm out.